Hello. Well, I hadn't really planned on making a video today, but seeing as I just had an unusual for me lucky Walmart shopping trip earlier, I figured I'd get y'all a twofer. We've got the Platinum Chase Two-Face, which of course is the version that everybody wants, so naturally McFarlane made that the Chase figure, and the McFarlane Silver Age Superman. Alright, well, I'll flip a coin, open one of these bad boys up, and get started. Fun fact, I said let's flip a coin, totally forgetting that the character I was about to review was Two-Face. Anyway, quick overview of what he comes with. What you see is basically it. He comes with the always useful cardboard trading card, which is of course the Silver Age version. Leave it there in case you want to pause to read. The McFarlane Digital Toys code, which I don't understand this, but it is what it is. Other than that, he comes with that. Good old McFarlane Toys cheapo plastic stand. Anyway, no gun, of course, because after all, why would you want to send a character that's traditionally known for using a gun, package it with a gun. Anyway, quick 360 view of the character. Let's get a little closer in here. Nice job with the face sculpt, I would say. The two-tone black and white, and looks quite good and is pretty clean, at least on the coat. I like the tie and that the undershirt both go back and forth, so that's pretty nice. The coin that is permanently in that hand, looking not too shabby, even though you really can't tell. Yeah, it doesn't really differentiate what side is which. It's pretty much the same design on both sides for the coin. Let's see. What do you look like? Okay. Alright, let's go over the articulation so he can look up that far. Bury his chin that much. Good amount of attitude side to side. Go up about that much. 360 rotation. Bicep swivel. Good old McFarlane double jointed all the way in. Elbows. He's got the McFarlane wrist pegs, so not the best in the world, but I suppose functional, even though I can't seem to get mine to turn at the moment. Let's see, as for torso articulation, I'm not really expecting anything due to the suit. I guess there's a little in there, but yeah. It's there, but it's not really going to stay because of the suit, which, it's fine. It's not like Two-Face is known for doing a lot of backflips or anything. Let's see. Go out about that far, splits-wise, which is more than enough for Two-Face, I would say. He can kick up only about that far, so not great there. Looks like he can go back a little further. Again, it's Two-Face, so that's not really super needed on him. Knees, he can kick his own ass, always useful. What was I about? Oh yeah, I forgot that. Is there a hip? Or no real thigh rotation. And there's nothing in the shins, so we go straight down to the feet. He, of course, has, well, they're not the hardest plastic he's ever used here. They're a little malleable for a tiny bit of give. Foot only kicks about that far up. barely any down. Yeah, there is some ankle rocker in there. So, and of course there is a always useful toe hinge. But yeah, it is there. The articulation isn't too bad. Considering he doesn't come with any real accessories for the character. Around $25. If this is the Two-Face you've always wanted, and this is pretty much the Two-Face I've always wanted, I say it's a solid release. This might possibly be the best Superman figure. Certainly the best Superman figure that McFarlane has done. Out of all the ones I have, I immediately like this one best. This is a pretty awesome figure. Just looking at it. I haven't messed around with it. I literally just opened the box and set him up. Let's do a quick rundown of what he comes with. Funnily enough, he comes with more than Two-Face does. I find that hilarious. We'll start off with the same sort of stuff as usual from McFarlane. We've got the trading card. Here's the back of that if you want to pause to read. I'm trying not to shake. It's not exactly an easy thing for me to do. The digital code. And the accessories he comes with. Open palm flying hands. Two-Face didn't come with any of that. Not that he needs flying hands. Anyway. Okay, Superman himself. I mean, I just love that he's got a neutral pose, because the last Superman he came out with, which I think might have been on this same-ish body, I'm not sure, I don't have that one. I know it had like a smirking or a smiling face, so it wasn't neutral like this one. So I think I kind of like this one better. Let's see. The only slight gripe I kind of have is that you can blatantly see the cape going underneath his skin there, which is unfortunate. At least I can. I don't think it's showing up particularly well on the camera because I'm just using an iPhone camera, but that's the only thing aesthetically I can see that I don't like. He's got the nice big emblem on his chest. He's got the emblem on the cape. And the cape, I gotta tell you, wired cape all the way down, tucked into here. That's the best way to do a wired cape. The fabric is a nice, stretchy fabric there. Goes out pretty far, and it doesn't go all the way down. You don't want it to go all the way down with Superman. Gets out of the way nicely. Okay, now into articulation. Old Superman can look surprisingly not very far up. Like that's about it. It's a little disheartening. He can look down a bit further. Let's try back again. Maybe I'm missing. No, that's it. Okay. Well, bit of attitude there. I think Two-Face maybe had a tiny bit more. Let's see. Ball hinge there. Arm can go up about that high. I feel like that's over-engineered, but maybe that's just me. Let's see. Got full bicep rotation there. Good old McFarlane double-jointed elbow goes in all the way. It still looks a little bit muscled. He's got McFarlane wrist joints, which aren't the prettiest thing ever, but they're functional. I think that works a little bit better than it did on the Two-Face. I'm not going to bother with changing out the hands right now. Let's see. Upper torso here by itself. Get about that far back. Of course, can't go forward because McFarlane doesn't know how to do a forward crunch. Side to side. Now for the abdominal. Barely anything backward. A little bit forward, I suppose. A little bit side to side. Okay, now them both together. So yeah, you could finagle a decent flight pose that way. And yeah, together, pretty much nothing forward. I've got the other accessory, yes, McFarlane. Anyway, classic Superman red diapers. He can do insanely good splits, like better than most Spider-Man figures. That's insane. Let's see, he can kick forward pretty dang far. He can kick backward. Not really, the diapers preventing that. Let's see, he should be able to, yep. Well, no, actually he stops. No, he can if you do it backward. Anyway, kick his own ass. Unfurl that. Do the boots rotate? No, the boots don't rotate. Let's see, there's a little bit of thigh back and forth there. Now for the feet, he can that far back, all the way up. Good amount of rotation. Of course, this is a McFarlane joint, so it can turn full 360 if you want him to have a broken ankle for some reason. And a toe joint, which isn't a bad toe joint, I suppose. Don't think it's desperately needed on a Superman. Oh, and a quick thing I wanted to do, just because I have it, and I have him deftly off screen. Here. The Mafex Superman from Batman Hush. So obviously, side by side, this one's a lot bigger because it's, different scale. This is still the better Superman, I gotta say. Like, it's just awesome, epic. But for the price point of around $25 to $30, and given that this is going to be maybe a little bit easier to find for now, this is a really good option if you haven't been able to catch this guy at all, though he does seem to be getting reissued, at least from time to time, through Big Bad Toy Store that I have seen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this impromptu review of the Platinum Chase Two-Face and the Silver Age Superman action figures. It was really great finding those today. They're both pretty awesome action figures. My only gripe, of course, is that Two-Face doesn't come with enough accessories, and that Superman is awesome. So, anyway, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, I guess give it a thumbs down if you're just a mean person. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.